Good afternoon to the many people who have been traversing this platform. Now, I here specifically to talk about the issues that is taking place within the court system in Trinidad and Tobago. Many of the time, people outside of it does tell you, boy, have a good demeanor, stay calm, don't have these outbursts, behave yourself. I'm here to tell you, stop. All of these things is nonsense talk. Because of the fact that within the court system in Trinidad and Tobago, do not fear. This is a kangaroo court. Most of the times they keep with us men within the system. And the only reason why I am doing this today is because I am not just a victim, but I am still currently receiving the many whips that many of you men are facing. Now I'm not saying all men good in it. And I'm not saying all men bad. I'm saying that there is a balance and vice versa. When I say men, I'm meaning men and women. Not everybody bad and not everybody good. Why every time a man goes to the system crush him? Is that fear? Now at the end of the day, I don't want to blow no water, but if you had to think about it, men are responsible for where we reach in society. We are responsible for that. We are the architect, the computer designers, the best chefs, the inventors. I'm not saying women are not inventors too, but we men are inventors. We create what you are experiencing today. What's going on with the system? Now we are going to dive straight into this, and I'm going to explain to you what I experienced in the Fortin court. And I'm sure, because I would have talked to people from Arima, Saparia, Mayaro, and they are saying the same thing. So stay tuned. I am coming with that up next. Right. And we are back. Now today, as I say, we're here to talk specifically about what is taking place in the Fortin court. Now to the average man on the street, the average Joe, many of us doesn't want to be in the court system. Many of us that entered that court system don't want to be there. So firstly, it having this psychological effect on you as an individual. I would have known of many individuals that they're walking up the step and there's all kind of things to me, they're walking backwards and all kind of things taking place. Now firstly, how the room is laid out is designed to put fear inside here. The judge sits on a pulpit and you on this little chair. It shifts the dynamics. There are ways in which a boss does set up a room. And to the man who understands body language and know how to communicate a particular, to communicate power through design, Design is not just a yeah, that look good, that look good. No. You could communicate certain things through design. Now, to speak specifically as to what I am speaking about concerning what is taking place in the Fortin court. Now, I'm going to call some names. Alicia Chanka, Christophe Rambert, and I would have seen this would have happened several times with deadly effect. Now I'm going to start from the constitution that we have in Trinidad and Tobago here. And many of you would have ain't gonna know something like this. What you need to know. Every man, every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago have a right to be heard. And section 4D of the Constitution would speak explicitly concerning that. The right to protection of the law. This section guarantees that every person have the right of due process of law, which encompasses the right to be heard before the court. So they can't just take you and just send you off to jail just so. You have a right to be heard before the court. That is section 4D of the Constitution. Now section 5, 2, and E would have speak explicitly the right of a fair hearing. This section ensures that every person have a right to a fair hearing in the determination of their civil rights and obligation or any criminal charges against them. And section 4A would have shown the limitations as to way and how far somebody could interfere with your freedom or your rights to be heard. Now I'm going to talk specifically about the setup that has taken place in the court. Now, the magistrate have the right to intervene when you are speaking. That is her right. That is her court. She have the right to bring the court to order. But instead of these magistrates use these things in a lawful way, they don't. So when you as a man decide to tell your side of the story that is not inconducive to who she might favor within the case, she interrupt you. And most people just lost the trend of thought. From the time somebody interrupt them, they lost the trend of thought. Now these magistrates and judges would have known something like that. And what we just call jungle the talk. The jungle the talk. And they continue talking. And what you just see operating within synchrony is this. Now, I could tell you, as I say, I could talk specifically from my case without fear or favor. What I would have seen Mr. Rambert would have done within the case is this. When the judge would have intervened in an attempt, in my belief, to change the scope of the conversation, the minute she stopped, he continues, he apologized. I don't know if the defendant and finished speaking, and he continued with the talk. Now before you know it, matter's done. And they're like, what just went on there? What would have just taken place there? Wow. And they're like a fish out of water. Now, as I would have said, I'm not saying all man good enough. And I am definitely not saying all man bad. But what I am saying Is this piece of corruption that is taking place in the court system in Trinidad and Tobago? These things need to stop. Why it is these magistrates and them feel that they are law unto themselves, where it is we are paying them. So a man in no say when he go before the court, what are we fighting for? Because I would have tried several times to go around the system. It had nobody to complain to, because I would have asked for a preliminary hearing in which I have written the chief magistrate in Trinidad and Tobago, and up to now no answer. These magistrates and them are breaking the constitution of my country, of your country. This racket that has taken place in the system, it needs to stop. These red herrings and them that has been used in the conversation, these malapropism in which you just use in the conversation, they're looking for the weakest part of the argument and attack it. Say, take for example, you go say, boy, you know I went up the road, and when I went up the road, I see the girl and she didn't give me the child. These magistrates and them so skillful, they go start to talk about when they went up the road, did you obey the traffic laws? You know you're supposed to obey the traffic laws in Trinidad and Tobago. Did you or did you not obey the traffic laws? You might say, well, I know. So you don't know? And there's where they start. And they encourage you down a line and non sequiturs and red herrings. And if you are a magistrate in Trinidad and Tobago that is listening to this broadcast, these things need to stop. God don't sleep. God do not sleep. These things need to be done. And the advantage of the men in the system needs to stop. And I am calling on all men and women all over Trinidad and Tobago, because this is not just a man thing, It may just appear to be like that, but it is a racket that anybody that is aligned with these people and them in the system, in which underhand money and bribes can be passed off, you good, because I would have heard certain women in which we are going to air a whole series of this, but I talk about the same thing. The magistrate didn't want to hear them as a woman. And then when you do so and you watch, hey, who lawyer do the case? And you watch the series of case that they would have done throughout the tenure, you would have known, all right. Well, this is what it is here. This system in Trinidad and Tobago is so corrupted. It's not a joke. It ain't funny. I would have talked to two person that is in the prison. And this remand yard system, some of them pleading guilty. And it's easy for them to make out 2 months and come out than to be going up and down, up and down, up and down for months. This thing in fear in Trinidad and Tobago. And there are certain people that like it so. That like to prey on poor people. What is going on with this system that it can't run back full stream yet? You understand? The average Joe could have walk in the court and bring up somebody. Why that system is not put back up? COVID done, the pandemic done. And you know, the next time we are going to talk about these things that they call committal warrants. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Again, my name is Wellison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. People, don't feel free to call the number on your screen tell your story. It's the only way we could take down this system and to show the kind of ills that has taken place at the bottom, and showing here that you as a poor man have no voice. And if you stay tuned to this hack till the end, we go tell you a hack and how to hack the system. Because the system want to turn you into a criminal. My name is Fortin Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel because it go a long way. It offset how to put it across the algorithm, so more people can see the show. The same thing when you do when you smash that like button. So with that, I would like to say thank you for listening, and call me, give me your story, and we put it up live so the rest of the people at Trinidad and Tobago can hear and understand what is going on within your court system. Know your rights. My name is Fortin Jeffrey, and I am out.